Matisse Miracle by Anne Jungmann. Anne Jungmann, born in 1938, is an author of children's literature. She was born in Highgate, North London, of German Jewish refugees. She studied law at Exeter University before training as a primary school teacher. The Second World War began in 1939. In the period before the war, life became very difficult for Jewish people in Germany. They lost their jobs and businesses. They were not allowed to go to public schools, cinemas, or theaters, and they were not allowed to live in certain places. Many were killed. During this time, around 10,000 Jewish children went to live in the United Kingdom. They lived with the local families during the war. This is the story of Matthias Pinkus, known as Matti in the story. Matti is one of the many German Jewish children who are being sent to England by their parents because Germany has become unsafe for Jews. This story is set in 1938, the year just before the Second World War began. Let us read this story to find out how Matti copes with being separated from his parents and moving to a new country. Matti is on a train to England with other children and a group leader. It is 1938 and Germany is a bad place for Jews. Matti and Papi are right to send me to England. You are the lucky ones, the children who have been able to escape from Germany. So, no matter how sad you feel, you must be brave and very polite to the kind people who are taking you in. The train arrives at the station. There are groups of people waiting on the platform. The little group gets off the train and waits at the platform. So, as you already heard, Matthias Pinkus, known as Matti, he is on his way to England with other children and a group leader. So in the train he is actually telling that Germany is a bad place for the Jews, and Matti and Papi were right to send me to England. So he is actually not feeling sad about going to England, but he is happy as because he finds that Germany is a not good place for Jews to remain. So the group leader is actually consoling the children, telling that they were lucky ones to escape from Germany. And the leader also consoled the children, telling that not to feel sad about it, but be brave and behave very politely towards those people who take care of them. Finally, the train reached the station, and there were groups of people waiting on the platform to receive these children, and the little group got off the train and waited at the platform. All the children are gradually taken away by families. Soon only Matti is left. Your family is called Mr. and Mrs. Williams. They have two sons who have both left home, and they live in a Sussex village. They see a woman rushing towards them. I am sorry, I am late. The bus broke down. Is this Matti? How do you do? I am Matthias Pinkus. I am known as Matti. Pleased to meet you. Oh, you speak a bit of English. Fancy that. Welcome to England, dear. My mother, she speaks English very good, and she teach me before I leave. Oh, bless you, dear. We would best be going now, or we'll miss our train home. Say goodbye. We must be off. Accordingly, when the children reached the station, there were many. The people had come there to take the children to different families, but Matthias was left alone. The family who was supposed to take him had not yet reached. So he was informed that his family, his new family was Mr. and Mrs. Williams. They had 2 sons, but both don't live at home. They live in a Sussex village. So after some time, they saw a woman rushing towards them and apologizing for being late because the bus that she was traveling had broke down, and she inquired if that boy was Matthias. Then the boy introduced himself and told that he was Matthias Pincus and he is known as Matti for short. So she was surprised to hear that the boy who came from Germany was speaking English, although his English was not that good. So the boy told that woman that his mother spoke English very well and she had taught him a bit of English before he left the place. So the lady informed them that they had to leave immediately or else they would miss the train. So they asked goodbye and started off. They arrive at a little station and are received by Mr. Williams. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Williams. This must be Matti. You are very welcome. We have been very excited about your coming. You rich? Oh no, I work for Lady Dorincourt. I am her chauffeur and I borrowed the car for today. Mr. and Mrs. Williams take Matti home with them. Back at home, Mrs. Williams shows Matti his room. This was my son Roy's room. It's yours now. And here is a letter for you from Germany. There is some paper and a pen if you want to write back. Matti quickly tears open the door. Dear Matti, just a few lines so you know that we are always thinking of you and hope to join you very soon. Pappy has applied for visas for us to come to England and we trust they will arrive quickly. Please try to be happy in England and not to worry about us. I am sure that your family in England will be nice to you. So be brave, my darling. All my love, always, Matti. Accordingly, the woman took Matti to a little station where they were received by Mr. Williams, the husband of that lady. So he expressed that he was happy to meet. Here Matti told Mr. Williams that he was happy to meet him. Then Mr. Williams too welcomed him and told that they were excited to meet him when they heard about he was coming. So the car was parked there. So Matti wanted to know if they were rich. So he asked them, "You rich?" He said, he is speaking actually in broken English. Then they said that they are not so much rich. They actually borrowed a car from someone, a lady named Dorincourt, and Mr. Williams was a driver of her car. Mr. and Mrs. Williams took Matti home with them. After reaching home, the woman showed Matti his room and told that that particular room was actually used by her son Roy, and told him that the room was now his. And she also handed over him a letter that came from Germany, and there was also some paper and a pen in the room, and she told him that if he wished he could write back. Matti entered the room and quickly opened the letter. The content of the letter was that it was written by Matti. The content was that Papi has also applied for visas, but they were waiting for visas and they trust that the visas would come quickly. And both Matti and Papi requested him to be happy in England and not to worry about them. And also they said that they were sure that the family that had adopted him is nice and asked him to be brave and keep going well. The remaining portions we will continue in the next class. Matty sits down at the table and grabs a pen. What a relief! I can write this in German. No need to try and think in English. Dear Matty and Papi, I have arrived. I'm living in a little thatched cottage, just like the ones you see in the pictures of England. My room is small but very light, and there are football pictures up on the wall. Uncle Jack is a chauffeur and drives a very big car for a rich lady. Aunt Lily and Uncle Jack are both very nice. I miss you so much and want to cry all the time, but I know that I am one of the lucky ones and try not to. The worst thing is not being able to understand everything they say. But I am glad you taught me some English, and I know I'll get better at speaking it when I go to an English school. I love you, Matty and Papi. Come here soon, Matty. Mrs. and Mr. Williams sent Matty to school, and he gradually settles down in his new school and home. The new boy scored a goal. One day, while returning from school, Matty unknowingly ventures into someone's private property. You boy, what are you doing in my woods? You have no business here. Matty is terrified. The last time he has seen guns was when his father was arrested. He runs back home in fright. So after reading the letter that his parents had sent him, he got inside the room and he began to write a letter back to his parents. He told them that he arrived in England safely and got a small room, neat and clean, with pictures on the wall. And he also described about his uncle and aunt. Told that his uncle was a driver and drives a very big car for a rich lady, and both of them are very good to him. He also told them that he missed them very much and wanted to cry all the time. But he knew that he was one of the lucky ones that tried not to cry. He also thanked his parents, especially his mother, for teaching him English so that he is able to converse with his new family members in English. With that, he concluded the letter. Accordingly, Mr. and Mrs. Williams put him in a school and he began to go to school regularly. He was good at football, and in the school he scored a goal and his friends were excited to see that. One day, unknowingly, he got into someone else's farm. The man or the guard who was standing there with a gun told him that he had no business there, and by seeing the gun he got terrified because the last time he had seen gun was when his father was arrested. He got frightened and he ran back home. But it turns out that the lady was none other than Lady Dorincourt. I'm very sorry. I come into your property. To his astonishment, Lady Dorincourt responds in German. No, Matthias, I should apologize. I'm very sorry for scaring you. I thought you were just another poacher. You speak German? A few days after Lady Dorincourt's visit, Mrs. Williams finds Matty crying. What's up, love? The Gestapo. They beat up my father. It's not safe for Jews to be in Germany anymore. How can I bring them to England? Oh, poor dear. Only rich people can bring in refugees if they come and work as servants. No one, I know, could help. But Lady Dorincourt is rich. I must make her my friend. I will take her some German cake that my mother taught me to make. So it turned out that the lady who scared him was a German lady. Her name was Dorincourt. And when Mati apologized for entering into her woods, she told that it was she who was supposed to apologize. And he was happy to hear that she spoke German. After a few days, Lady Dorincourt visited Mrs. Williams' house, and after that, Mrs. Williams found Matty crying. When asked him for the reason, he told about the sufferings that the Jews had in Germany, and he wanted to bring all of them to England, especially his dear ones. To this, Mrs. Williams told that only rich people could bring refugees, and they could make them work as servants. Then the boy told Mrs. Williams that Lady Dorincourt is rich and she must be able to bring some other refugees from Germany, and he wanted to make her friend. He wanted to make friendship with her by offering her some cake, that German cake especially, which his mother had taught him to make. So that evening, Matty goes to the big house clutching an apple strudel. Lady Dorincourt, who lives alone in the big house, welcomes him warmly. I have never seen such a big house. Is it just you living here? It must be lonely. Yes, it's a big place for me. Now that I am a widow and the children have gone. Will you eat some of my strudel? Oh, I love it. Did you make it? My mother taught me. She is a very good cook. She plays the piano very well too. My father is a doctor, but he is not allowed to work in Germany. He was beaten up by the police last week. That's terrible. So, as it was planned, that evening he made a cake and went to meet Lady Dorincourt in her house. He admired the house and told that it was a very big house, and asked her if she was living alone there. To this she said that she was living alone and she was a widow and her children were not living with her. Then he asked her if she would taste the cake that he had made. She said that she loved it and asked him who made it. Then he said that it was his mother who had taught him to make, and she was a good cook. She also played piano very well. He also told about his father that he was a doctor but was not allowed to work in Germany and was beaten up by the police the previous week. And the lady felt pity for the parents of this boy.